Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. The first Super Bowl of the new decade. Super Bowl 54 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Mike 40.
Ready?
Two. I'm coming after you. I'm coming
Regular.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's see what you got.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he finds Tyler Croft. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got a man, it's Brown. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down.
Check. 42's the mark. Come on, boy.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Allen throwing again. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's the first carry now for Frank Gore. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To the air, Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. And some room to work. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll try and push it in with Gore. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to...
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Check. Lucky. You draw quarters.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
This is Grant. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Open man is Allison, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Check 53 is mine. I know he ain't got it. Whip. Watch the whip. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Watch it. Tighten up.
Now a give, right side. It's Grant, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they got out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter.
56. Here we go.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again here on 1st down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side here with Yeldon. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. 22 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ready? Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run on first down. Grant. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Rodgers on the money to the tight end, Graham, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. After the penalty, it's Jones. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a give right side. It's Grant. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, Grant, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage, That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Allen now on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On second and 11 now. Allen, he's going deep for Brown. He's got it at the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, 65 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Hey, check 26. Cat 300. Cat 300. Get in there.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
It's 4th down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Rodgers going to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Double time, double time. Three down. Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic. It just worked.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And the grab by Croft. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Check it back.
On first down, it's Gore. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 22-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. That's mine.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 15-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Hey, Mike's no game on this defense. No game.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll come out in the pistol.
We got this. You.
They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Star Latulippe, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. On play action. Now Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
40. Check. 3 bud.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, Gore. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down.
Bobo's the money 19. Bobo. Walk the run.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. He finds Yeldon. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. Go. Go.
Watch the safety creep.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as it's... Tackle is made at the 33.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
It's 4th down.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
49, 49, guys. Mike.
Hey, high 7. Plant.
49, 49's the Mike. 49's the Mike.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Lorenzo Alexander. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
49, guys.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
When it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions.
Gore hit. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
Not today.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Lorenzo Alexander coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. On play action, Rodgers. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Look at the big man rumble. The 30, 20, 10, 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
There's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now T.J. Yeldon. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Yeldon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
2nd and 10 at the Packers' 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Four's the mic.
Half.
Here we go. 44's the mic. 44.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Less than 2 minutes remain here in Super Bowl 54.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Over.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
Round 80.
Mike, 44.
Know your job. Here we go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Allen on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 23-yard line.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
What's that?
And they take a knee.
Allen on the keeper.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. And they will take a knee here.
Allen on the keeper.
And these Bills make the 90s seem like a distant memory. Buffalo is the Super Bowl champion.